Welcome back to Rally Argentina. We've had 2 stages so far, and on the first morning stage of Friday, we've lost 2 drivers, Mikko Hirvonen and Mads Osberg. What is to come next?
Well, what's to come next is Argentina, 51.88 Ks. This used to be in the past 2 stages. What they've done now, joined them together and given us a monster.
It is a monster mama stage. And here's our rally leader and world champion, Sebastian Ogier, tackling the 51 kilometers of Argentina de Agua de Oro.
One of the many water splashes that this rally's famous for. But this year, kind of getting famous for the conditions and the terrain. This stage not as rough, and as well, it's more challenging because it's longer, but not as rough. And the road a bit more free-flowing, let's say. Which is exactly what this man likes.
Absolutely. Hasn't been a fan of this stage in the past, Jari-Matti, but keep watching because his pace here is something very special indeed. What a beautiful section of stage that is.
It's just a few hundred meters down here where Sordo rode last year in the Citroen. Big bravery, big corners. Here's the 3rd member of the Volkswagen team, 3rd overall at the moment, Andreas Mikkelsen.
We saw Mikkelsen battle with Ogier a couple of years ago back in the Super 2000 Skodas. Fantastic battle between them. We're seeing Mikkelsen really bring back that fight now.
That's it. Andreas clipping a rock in here and losing 60% efficiency of his power steering. So struggling just a little bit towards the end. Fourth place man Thierry Neuville. Slowly, slowly, calmer, calmer.
3rd time here in Argentina.
Look at these rocks just lying around.
Incredible how they are pulled out.
And they are pulled out, not placed.
So Jari-Matti Latvala, after a storming stage time on Argentina, takes the lead from Ogier. 3.3 seconds between them. Battle on between the Volkswagen teammates.
Prokop 6th, Evans 7th, Robert Kubica up to 8th. Now Nasser is our leader in the WRC2 category, and he is 9th. Okay, on the road section, back to service after stage 3. Andreas Mikkelsen, remember, he had that power steering issue. We came across him. Mikko Markkila sending a photograph to the team to kind of show what is wrong. But, I asked Andreas, why are you fixing it when you go back to service? He said, I've got a bit of time and it's just less stressful if I have the power steering. They couldn't fix it and they just continued on. Now, those big rocks that Neuville hit, they dislodged the front and rear guards underneath the car. Cable ties. Oh, cable ties.
A WRC driver's friend.
That's it. Cable tied them up and got himself back.
What would we do without them?
For me, it was a good stage. 2 good stages, actually. I'm happy to be only 3 seconds behind Jari now. I think on the first one, the conditions were not bad for me. It was a bit damp, then I managed to be the fastest. But on the long one was much more dry section. And of course, I lost a bit, but I'm happy with my drive and the car working perfectly. So avoid also the tricky places. A lot of drivers struggle a bit and some are already retired. So yeah, happy with the start of the race.
Yeah, it's a very exciting rally going on, to be honest. And I had a morning in the morning. I started the first stage. I thought that okay, I try to be careful now, and let's see how it's going to be. I felt it might be difficult to find a good rhythm, but then it started to come surprisingly. Even though we had a little bit problem with the intercom, the intercom went really. It's not completely silent, but it was really difficult to hear Mikko as the volume went down. Something happened, strange happened, and at the first stage I was a little bit careful with that. But then the second stage, I had a really good feeling on the long stage, Argentina stage. 52 kilometers, tires were working well, really good feeling with the car, and overall it just, I was honestly, I was enjoying the driving.
You could certainly see that enjoyment as we were watching him make his way through the stage. I'm sure the fans appreciated it as well. Now, it wasn't only in WRC where we saw drama. WRC2 had its fair share of action as well. Check out this man. This is Oyt Tanak.
Now we know Oyt's fast and we know he's massively talented. But something else massive is about to happen to him.
Oh, for the keen eyes among you, you could spot another rally car in the distance. That was Mads Osberg. He didn't go off too far away from him. That used to be the door.
Just look at the state of it. The wheels have been popped out the centres. The doors wrapped around the bonnet. That's a heavy, heavy impact. And as you pointed out, Mads and Odds having a little chat.
This is Yuri Protasov then. He's had a good, strong season so far in WRC2.
Yeah, moved to a regional rally car this weekend. Now, I wonder whether that's got something to do with all the dramas in Mexico with the R5. Let's take a slightly stronger car to Argentina.
And it will really suit the conditions here. Strong, good car, the regional rally car. This is the man, though, who has the most experience here in Argentina, Nasser Al-Attiyah. He knows it's about playing the long game here. He told me it's not about pace, it's not about speed, it's about being clever. And that's certainly what he's done on the opening day. He wasn't leading after the opening stage, that was Kettemer. Kettemer had a problem. Nasser really took advantage of that and started then to extend his lead over the others. It's Nasser who leads WRC2 at the end of day one.
You know what he told me? It's like Dakar out there.
He's not wrong. So Yuri Protasov in second position, behind Nasser, Diego Dominguez in third position. Now, we go back into Santa Catalina and Azcachina. Already run this morning, we've had the national rally here in Argentina going through those stages as well. So even more ruts will come out from all the cars that we've seen going through. It could be rougher in their second time.
That was it. We saw Latvala looking at tyres, a mixture of soft and hard spread around these Volkswagens. Who was going to be right? Who was going to be wrong?
It was only the Volkswagen drivers that took a mixture of soft and hard compounds. The rest took soft.
Just look at the speed, though, as well as the bumps, the car undulating and moving around. Great, great action.
A sheer commitment from these guys.
Starting to climb and climb and climb. You can see the lines a little bit, but the rocks and everything. Remember, this is stage 4 and 5 combined.
Jari-Matti Latvala on Azcachina would take an amazing amount of time out of Sebastian Ogier, 18 seconds quicker than Ogier, to give himself a nice comfortable lead of 17 seconds at the end of the day.
Okay, here's Mikkelsen. The previous stage he was reporting a problem, and that problem manifested itself in stage 5, stopping on the side of the road. Technical issues.
Shame for Volkswagen, they had 1, 2, 3s through the stages throughout the day, but they couldn't hold on to it to have the 1, 2, 3 at the end.
Elvin Evans on his way through. Obviously, with the demise of Mikkelsen, Elvin up a place. He was about to move up another place quicker than he thought, because that's a struggling Thierry Neuville in his Hyundai. Down on power is Neuville. Go on, give him a nudge, Elvin.
And he does. Elvin Evans in Argentina for the first time. Again, it's a huge learning curve for him here. Loving the response from the spectators there. A big ooh as they see Chris Meek approaching. The only Citroen remaining, of course, with Mads' retirement earlier in the morning.
Now, if there is a man this weekend who needs to have a steady run, it is this guy. And at the moment, it's all going beautifully. Third place at the end of the day. That's the payment for just going a little steadier.
And here's the man who's changed his approach coming into Argentina. He wants a clean run. It's been a challenging 2014 season for Kubica. No mistakes, he completed the day.
Back with Mikkelsen on the side road. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Well, basically after 10-15 kilometers I got a warning on my screen saying alternator, and I tried to drive as long as I could and until we stopped now, and yeah, basically the alternator belt is gone. So after around 40 kilometers, it ran out of a battery. So not so much we can do, sadly, but it was very, very sad for me and the whole team.
Disappointing for Mikkelsen, but look at Latvia's lead going into day two. 17.7 seconds over Sebastian Ogier. Latvia said at the final press conference, Ogier will be like a hurricane tomorrow. I'm sure
That's a
right.
good way of describing it. I was just going to say he's going to be angry.
Seb says he's not particularly worried about the gap of 17, 18 seconds, but that's a very useful lead to have on a Friday.
For sure, Seb was suffering when he was first caught on the road, and there is no doubt on that. And he will attack. He will attack tomorrow. He wants to win the rally. He was close to win this rally last year. What can I do? I will drive my speed. I will drive like what I have done today. And if it's not enough, it's not enough. But what I did in Portugal was not great, because I tried to push and tried to fight even though I didn't have the feeling, and then you know what happens. So you have to go according to your feeling.
We are set up for a fantastic battle between Latvia, who's leading here in Argentina, and Sebastian Ogier in second position. 2 40-kilometre stages await the drivers on Saturday. It's going to be an awesome day out there, it really is.